All right, guys. I hope you guys could join me over here on um, on YouTube. Because Facebook is totally ridiculous at the moment. So join me there. All right. Give me a shout out there on YouTube, and we can continue our broadcast there because Facebook is not wanting to cooperate. All right. So let's go. Information got to flow. So last week we covered statistics in the Caribbean and Latin America, and we talked about cancer in pregnant women, and we talked about other things. And tonight we're going to start with a process called staging. All right, it's a process called staging. Let me know if you're here with me. All right, just put something in the chat. Let me know you connected with me here. All right, and let me see how we are doing over on this side. Let me know that you're with me. All right, just give me a thumbs up and put something in the chat. Just let me know that you are here with me on YouTube. All right, let's get it going. Okay, so the process is a process, right? That's used to find if cancer has spread within the breast or to other parts of the body, right? And that process is called staging. All right. So the information gathered from the staging process determines the stage of the disease. All right, information gathered during the staging process, all right, determines the stage of the disease. Okay, so it is very important to know the stage in order to plan treatment. Okay, you have to know the stage in order for your medical doctor to plan treatment for you. So stage refers to the extent of your cancer, right? Such as how large the tumor is and if it has spread. Okay? So knowing the stage of your cancer helps your doctor to understand how serious your cancer is and your chances of survival, and to plan the best treatment for you, and to identify clinical trials that may be treatment options for you. Okay? So a cancer is always referred to by the stage it was given at diagnosis, even if it gets worse or if it spreads. All right? So new information about how a cancer has changed over time gets added to the original stage. So the stage doesn't change. The stage itself does not change, even though the cancer might change. Okay, so staging is determined by x-rays, lab tests, and other tests or procedures. Okay, so there are many staging systems, and we're going to look at a few of them and learn about some of the staging systems used. And one of them is TNM staging. TNM staging. All right, Tango November Mike staging system, and those are used for many types of cancer. Right? Others are specific to a particular type of cancer, and most staging systems include information about where the tumor is located in the body, the cell type, such as adenocarcinoma or squamous cell carcinoma, the size of the tumor, whether the cancer has spread to nearby lymph nodes under the arms, right? The lymph nodes closer to the breasts, or like right here under your arms, ladies. And guys too, right? Our lymph nodes closer to our chest is right here, okay, under the arms. So whether the cancer has spread to a different part of the body, the tumor grade, which refers to how abnormal the cancer cells look and how likely the tumor is to grow and spread. All right? How likely it will grow and spread. So the TNM system is the most widely used cancer staging system. Most hospitals and medical centers, that's what they use, the TNM system as their main method for cancer reporting. Okay, so you're likely to see your cancer described by the staging system in your pathological report. Okay, most likely you'll see it in your pathological report. Unless you have a cancer, for which a different system is required. Examples of cancers with different staging systems include brain and spinal cord tumors and blood cancers. In the TNM system, the T refers to the size and extent of the main tumor. All right, so the main tumor is usually called the primary tumor. Primary tumor. The N refers to the number of nearby lymph nodes that have cancer. And the M refers to whether the cancer has metastasized or spread from its original point, the original place that it started. Okay? And then it spreads to other parts of the body. All right? So some procedures may expose the unborn baby to harmful radiation or dyes. And these procedures are done only if absolutely necessary. Only if absolutely necessary. Okay? Let me log out of Facebook here and close this out. Boom. Very good. So certain actions can be taken to expose the unborn baby to a little radiation as possible, to as little radiation as possible, such as the use of a lead-lined shield to cover the abdomen. The following tests and procedures may be used to stage breast cancer during pregnancy. There is chest X-ray, okay, and that's the X-ray of the organs and bones inside the chest. All right, and then there is also a bone scan, which is a procedure to check if there are rapidly dividing cells, such as cancer cells in the bone. Though a very small amount of radioactive material is injected into a vein and travels through the bloodstream. All right, through the bloodstream. And the radioactive material collects in bones with cancer and is detected by a scanner. All right? An ultrasound is a procedure in which high energy sound waves, or it's an ultrasound, a bounce of internal tissues or organs, such as the liver, and they make echoes. And that forms a picture of the body tissues, and that is called a sonogram. right? That's called a sonogram. The picture can be printed to be looked at later. All right. So in people with breast cancer, you'll be facing some changes as you deal with it. So your energy levels might go up and down. Okay, energy levels might go up and down. All right, and you may be dealing with treatment side effects. There are plenty of things you can do to make those changes easier to handle. Right, like get better sleep. Cancer sometimes can make it hard to sleep. Very, very hard to sleep, especially at nights when your body temperature is cooling down, right? So you want to focus on making sure you get as much good rest as you can. Okay? And one thing you don't want to do a lot of is to take naps during the day. Because if you do take naps during the day at night, you won't fall asleep. You're not going to sleep at night. All right? So you want to also skip caffeine or only drink coffee in the morning if you really have to drink coffee. But your best bet is to just not drink coffee at all. Okay, you want to go to bed and you want to get up at the same time every day. Okay, and those are some of the things that can help people with breast cancer. Try yoga, mindfulness, and massage therapy to help you relax. Okay, and those activities should really help you sleep better at night. Okay, it should help you sleep better at night. You also want to fight fatigue with exercise. And it may sound counterintuitive, but if you always lacking energy and you always fatigue, that means you are not exercising enough. Your blood is not flowing to places that it should. Your muscles are not being fed. Okay? They're not being fed enough energy. Okay, so your body feels like tired all the time, and to yourself, you're probably thinking, why would I want to exercise if I'm tired, I'm fatigued? But your body's telling you, hey, I need you to move me some more. And that's why I'm fading out. I'm getting weak. I need you to bring energy back to me by exercising, by movement. Okay? So exercise can give you more energy even when cancer or your treatment wipes you out. Okay, you go for a brisk walk, stretch those arms, stretch the legs, twist, move, do as much as you can. Biking if you can, walking if you can, swim if you can swim. And those things can actually help you feel good and keep you strong. And exercise can actually ease your side effects and boost your mood. Okay, it can help you also live longer and lower your chances of the disease coming back. Right? It can. So light exercise is usually safe during all breast cancer treatments. But ask your doctor if you aren't sure whether or not to start activity, physical activity. Talk to your doctor first, or if you're working with an herbalist. All right? You also want to snack to control nausea. And it's a common side effect of chemo radiation for some people if you go that route. If you prefer to go that route. Okay, but it doesn't happen to everyone. Everyone does not really get those side effects. Okay, you may get it right after treatment or up to 3 days later. So to keep yourself feeling really good, what you want to do is find what is best in a light meal or snack for you before a session. All right, a light meal or snack. So you can actually be better off eating 4 or 5 small meals throughout the day instead of 3 large ones, even if you don't feel hungry. Better to get some small meals instead of, really big, a few big, large ones. Because you want to give your body time to digest and then eliminate. All right, you don't want to keep too much load, unnecessary load in your gut. Okay, but on the other hand, some people handle treatment better on an empty stomach. So you have to actually see what works for you. Remember, every body, right? Every body is different. Every body is different. Okay? And also make the most of your energy. You might have good days when you have lots of energy and other days when you're exhausted. All right? And try to do something you love on the days you feel good. Rest on the days you have less, get up and go, right? So let's look at a few tips to help when your energy is low. All right? Try escaping your fatigue by listening to maybe say a favorite song or favorite music, or read a great book. Find a book, read a book that will keep your mind occupied, keep your mind away from those stressful situations. You can watch a funny movie to, make you laugh, and that will actually help to stimulate your digestive tract, right? Or you could spend some time with a friend. You can head outside and go outside, take a walk in the woods or walk in the garden if you have one. You can watch the birds or sit by a lake. You can do forest bathing, where you go to a forest and you spend some time with nature and you just chill and you inhale, exhale slowly, and you take in nature and you inhale all the oxygen from the plants. Okay, and that in itself can actually help reduce fatigue. All right, you want to accept help. If you have breast cancer, if you're diagnosed with breast cancer, or even after breast cancer, okay, if you have to cut your breast off, or if you're taking treatment for breast cancer, you want to accept help. Okay, don't be full of ego. Don't be egoistic. Okay, you want to accept help. So don't be too proud to let someone pitch in with chores and certain things that you have to do. Necessary things like grocery shopping or cooking, right? And that will help you save your energy for more important things, right? Yeah, it will help you save energy for more important things, right? Isn't that true? Yeah, absolutely. So you can also keep a journal. Okay, writing down your thoughts is a good way to sort through all the emotions you're feeling right now. All the emotions you're feeling right now. Journaling could also help you sleep better and ease fatigue. It can also make it easier to adjust to all the changes you're going through. Okay, eat a well-balanced food regimen. Avoid alcohol. Stay away from alcohol. Don't drink alcohol. If you smoke, quit. Don't smoke. Okay, you have to also keep up with your health screening. All right, you got to keep up with your health screening. And you also want to check on whether you need medications and take care of your emotional needs. Very, very important, right? Take care of your emotional needs. Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you're gonna end up, in a lot of stress and probably, very depressive state of mind. Okay. Yeah. So a little bit more statistics for you. About 41,000 women in the United States were estimated to have died from breast cancer. Okay, and larger decreases occur in women younger than 50 years old. Younger than 50. In 2008, there were an estimated 1.38 million, 1.38 million, 1.38 million new cases of invasive breast cancer worldwide. So in 2008, the incidence of female breast cancer ranged from 19.3 cases per 100,000 people in East Africa and 89.9 cases per 100,000 people rather, in Western Europe. So with early detection and significant advances in treatment, death rates from the breast cancer have been decreasing over the past 25 years. In North America and parts of Europe, right? And in many African and Asian countries, you know, for example, we have Uganda, South Korea, and India. Uganda, South Korea, and India, right? But however, breast cancer death rates are rising. The incidence rate of breast cancer increases with age from 1.5 cases per 100,000 in women 20 to 24 years of age, to take a peek of 421.3 cases per 100,000 in women 75 to 79 years of age. 95% of new cases occur in women aged 40 years or older. Okay, so the median age of women at the time of breast cancer diagnosis is 61 years, according to the American Cancer Society. So breast cancer rates among women from various racial and ethnic groups are as follows. Okay, so we have non-Hispanic whites, or just white people, Caucasian people, 128 in every 100,000. Okay, brown-skinned people, 124 in every 100,000. And in Latin people or Hispanics, 91 in every 100,000 people. Native American Indians, Alaska Natives, 91 in every 100,000, and Asian or Pacific Islander people, 88 in every 100,000. Right? So studies have found that breast cancer survivors whose eating patterns include more vegetables, fruits, whole grain, and fish, and we're looking at nutrition now, they tend to live longer than those who eat more refined sugars, fats, red meats, like beef, pork, and lamb, and processed meats like bacon, sausage, luncheon meats, and hot dogs. Okay, and those researches it suggests that women, sisters with low levels of vitamin D had a higher risk of breast cancer. That low levels of vitamin D, they had a higher risk of breast cancer. And vitamin D play a role in controlling normal breast cell growth and may be able to stop breast cancer cells from growing. Vitamin D may stop the progress of breast cancer cells from growing. So the role of vitamin D in the body is to help it absorb calcium, right? Which is essential for good bone health. Vitamin D also helps the immune system rather, and the muscles and the nervous system function properly. And most vitamin D is made when an inactive form of the nutrient is activated in your skin when it is exposed to the sunlight. And vitamin D is referred to as the sunshine vitamin. So even short periods of direct peak sun exposure, say 15 minutes or so 3 times a week, for example, can give you more than the recommended daily amount of vitamin D. Right? And 90% of your total vitamin D, 90% of your total vitamin D comes from the sun. It comes from the sun. Only 10% of vitamin D comes from food. 10% comes from food. Okay, so depending on where you live, 20 minutes of sun exposure a day is enough to meet your vitamin D requirements. It all depends on where you live and how much sunlight is available to you. It depends on how much sunlight is available to you. And just 20 minutes a day will fulfill your requirements. Vitamin D3 comes from animals. Vitamin D2 from plants. Okay, and before you adjust your vitamin D intake, it's important to know your vitamin D serum level. And this is done with a simple blood test that your doctor can order for you when you're in for a routine physical. Just let your doctor know when you go. Okay, so vitamin D researchers recommend a serum level of 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. Between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter. Okay, so a word of caution: before you take any supplements, talk to your doctor about the risk and benefits of the product. as well as what a good vitamin D serum level is for you. So if your level was low and you've been taking a supplement to get back into the normal range, have your vitamin D level checked a few months later and adjust your supplement dose accordingly. All right. So if, right, if you're going to take a vitamin D supplement, most experts recommend taking the D3 form of the vitamin, not the D2 form. Most experts recommend, if you're going to take supplements, remember the D3 comes from animals and D2 comes from food. But 90% of your vitamin D intake comes from the sun. What does that tell you? You need to get more sunlight, and then the other 10% that you need, just get it from food besides animal products. Okay, so the current recommendation is that all people get about 600 IUs, international units of vitamin D per day. About 600 international units of vitamin D a day. Okay? So, no matter how old they are, the typical multivitamin contains 400 international units of vitamin D. If you eat fish, like you got stuff like salmon, herring, catfish, mackerel, sardines, and trout. And if you are going to eat fish, it is important to choose your fish carefully to avoid any species that may have high levels of mercury. So be careful there. If you're going to eat fish, you better be careful. Okay? Some people take cod liver oil, and some people take 1 to 3 teaspoons of cod liver oil per day as a supplement, and that could also help fulfill your vitamin D requirements. Okay, so it is important to fulfill your vitamin D requirements, because if you don't, and if you become deficient in vitamin D, that can lead to rickets, which is a weakened immune system, increased cancer risk, poor hair growth, and osteomalacia. A deficiency of vitamin D can lead to rickets, a weakened immune system, increased cancer risk, poor hair growth, and osteomalacia. On the other hand, excess vitamin D can cause the body to absorb too much calcium, because you need vitamin D in order for your body to absorb calcium. And that could lead to increased risk of heart disease and kidney stones. There's going to be some calcification happening there, and you want to avoid that. If you take tamoxifen, it's best to avoid red clover. Tamoxifen is a drug. Okay, and if you take it, you should avoid red clover, St. John's wort, and black cohosh. Those, they don't mix with the tamoxifen. You're going to hurt yourself. Also, you want to skip herbs like licorice, because they may affect your hormone levels. They affect your hormone levels. Okay. So this is the lecture for tonight, and Facebook didn't want me to get on, so we did it here, and we're gonna continue doing it here on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we're gonna head it out on YouTube. Somebody doesn't want the good news to go out, but it's okay. We're gonna rock and roll anyway. So thank you guys for joining me. All right. Next week, Monday, 7 p.m., we're gonna do part 4 of breast cancer awareness. We're gonna talk more about breast cancer. October is designated as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that's what we're gonna do. And the works continue. All right, the work's not gonna stop at all. All right, take it, guys. See you next week. All right, have a good one. Bye.